The kind of agreement between the subject and the verb in a sentence is called as subject and verb agreement. A singular verb is that which has a yes added. Okay, an S is added at the end, but it has to be added only in the present tense. Any nouns or pronouns you join by adding conjunctions in between, they become a plural subject. Hello children, I am Dr. Shalini, Professor of English, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Today we are here to discuss one of the language component session prescribed for first sem BCom. What are we learning in today's session? Today's session is all about subject and verb agreement. So we are going to understand what is subject and verb agreement, then what are singular verbs and plural verbs, and what are the rules that we have to follow for subject and verb agreement. So let us start our session with the meaning of subject and verb agreement. So what is subject and verb agreement? The kind of agreement between the subject and the verb in a sentence is called as subject and verb agreement. Okay. So what is a subject? Let us understand first. Suppose I have a sentence like she gave a book. Okay, so who is the doer of the action? Whoever does the action, that is called as the subject. Okay, next comes the verb. Okay, so there should be an agreement between the subject and the verb. Okay, so here to begin with, whoever is the doer of the action, that is called as the subject. It can be a living thing or it can be a non-living thing also. Basically, we consider whoever does the action. Okay, so whoever receives the action or whatever receives the action, so that is called as the object of the sentence. Fine. So you have to concentrate only about the subject of the sentence. So whoever is doing the action, that is the subject, and whatever agreement that has to go on between the subject and the verb that is following next to the subject. So that we are going to learn the rules for that. Okay. So the agreement between the subject, what you're writing about, and the verb is called as subject-verb agreement. It can also be called as subject-verb concord. Okay, so there is another word also that's used. So we have to now understand what is a singular verb. Okay, so nouns, yeah, we know what is singular and plural, isn't it? We have singular and plural nouns that you already know, like cat, you have cats. Okay, suppose you have hero, you have heroes. So like this, you add s or es and make it into plural. But do verbs also have plural? So yes, that is what we have to understand. So let us start, just for your reference, we can consider that a singular verb and plural verb. Okay, a singular verb is that which has a yes added. Okay, an s is added at the end, but it has to be added only in the present tense. Whenever we are using that verb in the present tense, whenever we add s or es, for in some cases, it becomes plural verb. Okay, sorry, singular verb. It becomes singular verb. For example, suppose I say, she goes to the market. Okay, so here, what am I using? What is the subject of the sentence? This is the subject and this is singular. Okay, so this subject is singular. So I have to use a verb that is also singular. Okay, so sometimes you add only s, sometimes you add es also. Okay, suppose I use this word shout. Okay, you can just add s and make it as a singular verb. Okay, so in plural nouns, you can see whenever you add s, it becomes plural noun. But in verbs, you have to be aware whenever you add s, that becomes a singular verb. Okay, so let us understand what is a plural verb. Plural verbs are those which do not have, like they always, in present tense, they always pair with the plural nouns. Okay, whenever there is a plural noun as the subject, then only we use this plural verbs. Okay, plural verbs will not have yes or es in the end. Let me give you an example. Suppose the subject is plural, I said. Okay, cats. Okay, cats cry at night. Okay, so here you can see this is plural and I'm using a singular verb. I'm not using s over here. I'm using a plural verb there. Okay, So plural subject, plural verb has to be used. Okay. So let me give you another example. They bring. Okay, whatever. I'm not writing the complete sentence. They bring. Suppose this was singular, it would have been she brings. Okay, so whenever we use S, it has to be singular. Whenever we don't use S, it has to be plural. Okay, so this is the plural verb I am talking about. Without S or ES, whatever verb is there, that is called as a plural verb as shown over here as the example. Okay, so let's go to the rules now. Let us start from the rule number 1. Okay, subject and verb, rule number 1. Subject and verb agreement, rule number 1. So here you should know that singular subject always has a singular verb with it. Singular subject always has a singular verb with it. So here you can see the price of essential commodities is constantly increasing. So here the verb I am using is increasing, but I'll consider this first. Okay, I am not considering the participle form. I am considering only the helping verb now. Okay, so this is singular. Am I talking about commodities or am I talking about the price? That you should be very clear. Okay, had I written the commodities, then it should have been are increasing. Okay, I am talking about only the price. Okay, only the price. So it is the singular subject. This is the singular subject. Then obviously this will be is. Okay, suppose as I said here, singular subject will take a singular verb. Suppose I have plural verbs like commodities only I'll take. I'm not talking about the price. I'm talking about commodities. Okay, commodities, this is a plural subject. Okay, this is a plural subject and here commodities are of bad quality, I said. So here you can see, since the subject is plural, verb what I have used also will be plural. Okay, suppose I had used commodity over here. Okay, commodity. This is singular subject. Okay, this is singular subject. So this will change to is. Singular verb. Okay, so plural subject, plural verb, singular subject, singular verb is the rule number 1. Okay, now to rule number 2. Nouns or pronouns joined by and, any conjunction you use. Okay, any nouns or pronouns you join by adding conjunctions in between, they become a plural subject. So here you can see the poet and his wife have been invited to grace the occasion. So here you can see the word have. Okay, so this is a plural verb. Okay, so here the poet and his wife, this is a singular subject. This is also a singular subject. Okay, so both join together by this conjunction. Here it becomes a plural verb. Okay, so even though they are singular, they have been joined by this conjunction and that becomes a plural subject. Okay, but in some cases they might deceive you. Okay, there might be a confusion. So we'll just look at this. This is also singular subject. This is also singular subject joined by and. So we are using this plural verb. Okay, so this is how you use the words that are joined by and. Okay, a conjunction in between a singular verb, between two singular verbs or two singular pronouns, they are considered as plural subjects. Okay, rule number 3. Whenever the number of nouns, okay, that refers to one single person, okay, or a thing also possible, okay, then the subject is singular. Okay, I didn't understand. By reading the definition, I didn't understand. So you have to consider what I am referring to. What am I talking about? Okay, so here you can see, I am talking about my friend. I am talking about my friend, which is a singular subject. Okay, so here the friend has two roles to play. My friend is a philosopher and he is also a guide. Okay, he is not only a philosopher but also a guide. Okay, so my friend, philosopher and guide advises me. So here I have used with es, that means this is singular verb. Okay, why is the singular verb? Because the subject here is singular. this person is playing the role of a philosopher and guide. Okay, so in that case, you must be very clear about whom or what you are talking about. Okay, if you're talking about one person who is taking two roles, then it will be considered as a singular subject only. Okay, so that you have to keep it in mind. Here you can see this, they both are singular subjects. They both are singular subjects, and again they are joined by this conjunction and. But still I have used is, that is a singular verb only. Why is it? Though there are two singular subjects joined by and, they should have become a plural subject according to the rule number 2. But here it says that it is a singular subject because I have used singular verb. That is because we are treating this bread and butter as one breakfast. Okay, we are treating it as one breakfast and not bread separate and butter separate. Okay, so bread and butter is considered as a breakfast, and that's the reason I have used singular verb over here. Okay, so in that case you should be very careful, like horse and a chariot is waiting. So like that, horse and chariot they both are part and parcel of each other, isn't it? So in that cases, you should be able to understand what you're talking about, and then you have to fill in the verb properly. Okay, so next, rule number 4, the noun or pronoun that comes after these words like or, nor or whatever. Okay, so after that whatever comes, that has to be considered whenever you're filling the verb. Okay, whatever verb you are using, that should be in concord with whatever pronoun or noun you are using after or nor. Okay, so how do you do it? Neither you nor I am supposed. Why did I use am? Hope you remember this. With I, you use am. Okay, with you and plural, and also with they or we. Okay, all these you use are. Okay, hope you remember this. And also with she, he, it or any singular, okay, you use is. Hope you remember this much. Okay, so now coming back to this sentence. So here you can see neither you nor I am supposed. Whatever this nor, okay, after nor whatever has come, like I'm talking about I. After I, whatever has to be used should be in concord with the word that comes after nor only. Okay, whatever verb you're writing here should be considered with this only. Okay, suppose it was you was here and I was that side. That's not the right way of forming sentence, but still I'm just telling you. Okay, suppose it was neither I nor you will use are supposed to attend the meeting. This is not the right way of framing a sentence, but I'm just giving you an example. I is always not used in the beginning. I should always be in the second position whenever you are making a sentence. Okay, so this is one of the ways. Fine. So you have to consider you and then fill the verb whatever has to be used after that. Okay, so here you can see neither the teacher nor the students. No, this is without S. That means it is a plural verb. Why? Because here it is plural subject. So here it has to be plural verb. Okay, so know the answer. Fine. Suppose teacher and students were interchanged. Suppose I would say neither the students. I'm taking students first, that is plural subject first, then the teacher, and the nor it should have been, nor the teacher. So here it is singular. Okay, this is singular verb. So I am filling a singular verb only. It is knows, and the sentence continues. So this is singular subject. So this has to be singular verb. Okay, so this is how you use whenever this conjunction is there, like neither and nor. Okay, so or and nor you have to consider like this. When it is and, that is also a conjunction, you make it as a plural subject. But this conjunction, you treat it in a different way. Okay, so be careful when you are using it. Fine. Let us go to rule number 5. The number of subject does not change because of the qualifiers. Like qualifiers means words like this. Okay, with, as well as, besides, in addition to, together with, no less than, like this. Okay, so the number doesn't depend on these words. Whatever you're using, whatever you're talking about, only that has to be considered. Okay, so here you can see the lost bag. I'm talking about the lost bag. No S, so this is singular subject. Okay, whatever is there in between this comma, whatever is there between this comma, that need not have to be considered. Okay, so here you can see it is plural. There it is plural, but still I am using a singular verb. That's because I have to consider only this when I'm writing the verb. Okay, so the lost bag with all its contents was finally recovered. Okay, so whatever is there in between this comma, or if at all the words like this are there also between the comma, you should not consider that. Whatever is the subject, only that has to be considered. Suppose this is plural, then you have to fill with plural only. Okay, so this is not plural, but this is plural. That doesn't affect the subject at all. Okay, so that way you have to be very careful. Now we'll go to rule number 6. So words like many, each, every, everyone, anybody. So words like this come, they are all to be treated as singular subjects. Okay, so whenever you say everyone, each one, either, all these, the subject will be singular. Okay, see here you can see, as I said, either word has to be there. So either is there, but I'm talking about books. Okay, so it is not plural, it is singular only. Either of books means I have 2 books, this one or this one. That is the option. Any one is the option there. Okay, so here you can see either of the books is worth reading. That is because this is treated as a singular subject. Okay, singular verb is used. So here you can see each one of the soldiers. Though this is plural here, the subject is singular subject. Subject will not be soldiers. It is each one of the soldiers. Okay, so that is singular subject. So I have used singular verb over here. Okay, so let me give you another example here. You say everyone is shouting. You don't say everyone are shouting. Okay, so here everyone is there. This is treated as singular subject. So this has to be singular verb only. Okay, it has to be singular verb only. So be careful when you come across words like this. Okay, so we'll go to the next rule, that is rule number 7. Sometimes names of places might have plural. Okay, or maybe you can see the United States. Okay, you cannot say United States are a country, are countries. No, United States is a country, because United States is one country what you're talking about. Okay, Philippines, Netherlands, all these. So Netherlands, though there is plural, you can't say or. Philippines also, there is plural, you cannot say, there is S. So it might sound like plural, but you should not use R over there. Similarly, names of the books also, the title of the books may also contain plural, like 3 Musketeers. S is there. Okay, or maybe sometimes newspapers, the Times of India. Okay, so the Times, it is plural, but they are always treated as singular only because they are the titles of newspapers or books respectively. Okay, so here you can see the example, 3 men in a boat. So 3 men, you should not consider only that. Okay, you have to consider the whole thing, the title. Okay, 3 men in a boat is written by Jerome K. Jerome. Like that only, Arabian Nights, Gulliver's Travels, okay, all these books, okay, maybe 3 Idiots, that movie name also you can take. So all these have to be treated as singular only and not plural. Though there is plural in the subject, it should not be treated as a plural subject. It should be treated like a title of the book or a movie or a newspaper. Okay, we'll go to the next rule now. Whenever plural noun refers to one amount or a quantity or sometimes length also, so that time you refer it as singular only. Okay, 5 kilometers, this is plural. Okay, but 5 kilometers is treated as a length, it's a distance. Okay, so since it is a distance, you write a singular verb over there. Okay, for example, you say 20 rupees is something too much for this article or something like that. Okay, 20 rupees, though this is plural, we treat this as amount. Okay, we treat this as amount. So this we use the singular verb over there. Okay, so whenever it is length, whenever it is quantity or some measurement, okay, so all those are treated as singular subjects only. That means you have to use singular verbs only over there. Okay, rule number 9, there are many nouns, okay, that appear to be plural. They appear to be plural but are always used in singular only. Okay, they appear to be plural but used as singular, like no news is good news. News S is there, but still it is treated as singular subject only. Okay, so these are a few examples of the words that appear to be plural but are treated as singular. Like physics, you have S, but it's the name of a topic, it's a name of a subject. Okay, so there you have to use a singular verb only. Mathematics also, I highlighted only this because you can understand it easily. Okay, so innings also, first innings, second innings, so that one also you should keep in mind. Though they are plural, they are always used as singular only. Okay, there are few nouns that are always used in plural only. Okay, for example, scissors. Scissors, you know, right? It's a pair of that material. Okay, so that one you always say, where are my scissors? You don't say, where is my scissors? No, where are my scissors only. Here also, cattle are grazing. Cattle, it's a group of cows and buffalo. Okay, so you can say cattle are grazing. You don't say cattles. You can say cows. You can say buffaloes. Okay, but if at all you want to use this, if you want to show off your language that it is better, you can use cattle. Okay, so that you have to keep in mind. They are that only. Few more examples like furniture. Okay, furniture, that also it is always, it doesn't appear to be plural also, but it is always used in plural only. It doesn't have plural form at all. You don't say furnitures. Furnitures is wrong. Okay, but furniture is a collection of sofa, teapot, all those things, whatever you use there in the furnishing your house. Okay, so all that come under furniture only. Okay, or maybe spectacles. Okay, spectacles, nothing but the specs what you use. Okay, goggles, sunglasses, all these, they are always used in pairs only, means always used in plural form only. Okay. Yes, the rule number 11 is very important. You are referring to some collective nouns. A group of nouns of similar kind is called as a collective noun. Okay, so you have few, you can give me few examples like a swarm of bees, or maybe a colony of bats. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so here you can see plural noun, but collective noun should be singular. Okay, so this will be singular. You don't say swarms of bees, a swarm of bees. Okay, so singular, this has to be plural always. Okay, because it's a collection of many nouns which become singular. Okay, so here you can see, as the match is over, the team, here team, there are many team members. Okay, suppose you're talking about only the team as a whole, as a group. Okay, so that time you can refer to it as a singular subject. Okay, the team has won, if you say. Okay, suppose I say the team has won. I'm talking about only the team now. I'll come to this little later. Okay, the team has won, you can say. Okay, so here the team, this is singular subject and I use a singular verb. Okay, but you can see in this example, as the match is over, the team are entertaining. I'm using are over here. I'm not writing teams, but I'm writing are. That is because I'm talking about one team only. You have understood it right. I'm talking about only one team, but I'm referring to each and every member of the team. Okay, I'm not talking about the team as a whole. I'm talking about each and every member of the team. So in such case, I can use are and show that I'm talking about the members of team. So here if I use plural verb, then you must understand that I am going to speak about, I am talking about each and every member of the team there. Okay, but coming to this, a swarm of bees. Okay, in such cases, I don't refer to each and every bee at all. I am not supposed to use swarms. I am not supposed to use colonies. Okay, bees only will be plural. This will be singular only. Suppose I'm using this in a sentence. A swarm of bees is attacking. Okay, is attacking me, you say. Okay, here I use is. This is singular verb. Okay, so few collective nouns have to be used in singular form only, but whenever you are using this plural verb over there, okay, whenever there are many members that are included there, so in such cases you have to make sure what you are referring to. Okay, if at all you have a doubt in using this, you can use a singular verb only. No issues. Okay, suppose you are confused with this usage, then this is the best option to use. Use that collective noun in singular form only, use a singular verb, and that will not let you lose the marks. Okay, so that is a clever idea of using it in singular only. Okay, so now we have come to the end of the session. We have learned about 11 rules of subject and verb agreement. Okay, hope you have understood all these rules. When you get back, please come back with doubts if at all you have any. Okay, so till then, keep learning. Let us meet again with another language component session very shortly. Okay, so till then, keep learning, stay safe, take care, bye-bye.